everyone, it's Friday evening and startups have some good news up their sleeve. I'm Priya Sheth and you're tuned into the Daily Dispatch. Now, the companies grabbing headlines today include Medica Bazaar, Amazon as well as Artha Venture Fund. Well, headline number one, health tech startup Medica Bazaar has raised as much as $75 million as part of its Series C round of funding. This round was led by CDC Group as well as PE fund Tragus. Now, with this infusion, it will be deepening its supply ecosystem as well as technology-led distribution channels going forward. Headline number two, e-commerce giant Amazon has infused 450 crore rupees in its payments unit in India, Amazon Pay, as per regulatory filings. Now, this fresh infusion comes at a time when India is gearing up for its festive season. Now, Amazon Pay has got 5 million registered merchants in India and continues to focus on helping SMBs go digital. Well, the final headline of the day, venture capital firm Artha Venture Fund has announced the launch of its Artha Access program. Now, it will make investments in early-stage Indian startups from its recently closed fund, which raised about 225 crore rupees. Now, the company aims to invest in 40 startups by 2025 with a limit of 25 lakh rupees per deal. Along with investing, it also wants to provide startups access to its network and ecosystem. All right, then moving on to our second segment, I have with me a company that has always been in news and has been making waves in the fashion space. I have with me Ayyappan Rajagopal from Myntra. Thank you very much, Ayyappan, for joining us today on the Daily Dispatch. I want to begin by asking you a little bit about the last couple of months. It seems that online shopping has really taken India and the world by storm, and we're seeing a lot of traction out there. In fact, your end of season sale that you recently completed saw a phenomenal response. So tell us a little bit about what kind of shopping trends are you seeing, and are things back to pre-pandemic levels?
Firstly, thank you, Priya, for having me on the show. Yeah, the last 2-3 months have been really phenomenal for Myntra as a platform. Yes, since the onslaught of COVID, it has not been kind to the entire fashion ecosystem on the whole since 2020. But a few things have gone really well after the first 6 months of COVID, and things have been coming back really well. And to start with, like you spoke about, the end of season sale, which we had in the month of July, we had a phenomenal growth of new customers, which we've never seen in the past. The kind of customers that we are able to get and the kind of spending they've been able to do on the platform, combined with the repeat rate that we have been seeing on these users who have been coming on board, has been pretty good. Also, there have been certain nuances that we have been seeing as well. The earlier pattern that we saw in the beginning of COVID, where people preferred to shop more on the work from home categories, is kind of changing now again. People are starting to shop on footwear as well. Earlier, they were not doing that. Earlier, it's a lot more about loungewear, lingerie kind of categories. Now it's open across multiple categories with people going back to work. So we have seen in the month of July and August, the first time customers growth to be somewhere around 50%. And the certain nuances like I was talking about, for example, in market like Kerala with Onam, we saw 120% new users coming to the platform for the first time and shopping. So these are the few things that have been happening, but definitely exciting period for overall e-commerce and fashion in particular.
Right. I also want to talk to you a little bit about the kind of growth in categories. Are you seeing, what kind of categories are doing well at this point in time? If you could highlight the top three categories for you at Myntra, and also in terms of the average, spending that you're seeing per customer, do you think that's significantly gone up now that there are more categories that are opening up?
Yeah, that's a question, especially the second part. I'll take it in two parts. The first one, I think the top categories where we are seeing heightened traction or increased traction from the demand perspective. First one is beauty and personal care, which is, I would say, a very, very surprising thing, because especially with people yet to start partying and stuff like that, you don't expect beauty and personal care category to actually do well. But that is one category which has been hugely surprising for us as well. Just to give a few numbers around there, for example, there are like 11 times more female users have bought compacts in the recent times. Like 19 times more users have bought the face cream. The 5 times more we are seeing users buying kajal and eyeliner, facial kits, nail polish and foundation, etc. So this is like a very, very clear trend. Beauty and personal care is coming back big time. The second category I would pick up is on the kids category. This has been one category where people need to change the wardrobe every year with kids growing up. And also people need quality merchandise. So from that perspective, kids is a second category, I would say, where things have been coming up really well. Third category I would call out is on the watches and the wearables. Again, I think maybe people starting to step back from home, so they want a new collection and new accessories. It could be to do with the fashion jewelry, it could be to do with the fashion accessory, it could be watches, it could be wearables, smartwatch. All of these are forming the third set of categories, which are bouncing back really well. Going to the second part of your question, which is on the spending per customer. Yes, we have seen the spend per customer going up phenomenally in the last 12 to 18 months, even more so in 2021. Because in 2020, it was more like need-based shopping. The want-based shopping was kind of little limited. And Myntra being a destination for mid-premium plus customers, we don't deal with so much of entry price points and entry level categories. We believe in having a lot more in the mid premium plus customer base. So this customer base have started increasing their spend as well. Also, one more new consumer behavior led pattern that we've seen is that there are a lot more Gen Z customers who are coming back to the platform, who are coming to the platform for the first time as well. So their spending pattern also is relatively different when compared to the new ones. Their basket size is higher, their repeat rate on the user base is higher. So from this overall perspective, definitely yes, the spending pattern has gone up.
One very interesting season that's coming up, which is the festive season, and we are expecting a whole host of, sale activities. I believe at Myntra, you're also busy prepping for the festive season. So what's been the kind of preparation out there? What can we expect?
Like I started speaking about earlier as well, this category has been one of the impacted categories from the overall retail perspective. And it has been a lot more about like when there are specific need states, that's when the demand starts coming back. So last year, if you look at it, the big fashion festival that we had for a week around the very similar period, September, October last year, we witnessed 100% growth in orders over the 2019 edition, and which was a pre-COVID era. So even in the COVID era, we were able to see 100% growth, and which is like phenomenal. I mean, people would not be able to expect that sort of a growth. And it was a week-long extravaganza with 4 million customers shopping for 13 million items across categories. And we believe there will be a very similar or a higher traction this time, because with people being vaccinated, visiting the friends and families, and having a lot more festivity around is going to be higher this time. So because of that, we believe the traction is going to be much higher. And businesses like ethnic wear categories, whether it's for women or for men or for kids. So this is one category which is going to see a huge traction again. So we have with respect to understanding the customer needs, with respect to last year festive was more about bringing local, Indian, regional selection across different markets, right from south to north to east. We were able to specifically pick up the selection that we wanted. This year we have onboarded a lot more international selection, like for example, Urbanic, which also we believe is going to take a huge traction during this festive period. So overall, we are very gung-ho about the way the festive period is going to pan out.
Talk to us a little bit about the discounting strategy that you're going to be implementing this time around. What kind of changes can we expect over last year? Can we expect further more discounts at this point in time?
Yeah, the way we think about the festive period is a lot more about having the right selection and having at the right price points. And through this, as a marketplace, we ensure that we onboard different kinds of brands. And one point which maybe I missed out speaking about earlier is post-COVID, we have onboarded like close to 2,000 offline stores onto Myntra. So through this, what we are able to do is bring in the offline and online together. And especially when the offline market was shut, we were able to actually bring in that sort of an omni-channel ecosystem play into the market. So through this, it's the same inventory, which is accessible to customers when they go to the offline store or when they shop from Myntra as well. And this enables a lesser impact on the working capital as well from the brand's perspective. So that is going to play a huge role. And like I spoke about the kind of regional selection that has been onboarded, those are the pieces that is going to play a much higher role from the overall festive period perspective. The offers is always one of the key points of discussion, and we will have a good value offers to ensure like we have customers traction and interest on the platform. But we provide these insights and data to the sellers and the brand partners, who in turn understand like, okay, now this is how my value pricing strategy is going to be, and that's what they do as well.
A final question before I let you go, Ayyappan. In terms of the way forward for Myntra, what kind of growth strategy can we expect? Are you looking at further diversification, adding more categories, or what's on the anvil at this point in time?
So few things. We when we started 2021 itself, we were very clear that the market will bounce back in a big way, even more than what we saw in the second half of 2020. So as part of that, we started investing in all the right areas. Firstly, to start with, from the ecosystem and the partners perspective, bringing in a lot more relevant selection from across the country and also the international selection. We have like 10,000 artisans who are onboarded. We have like 15,000 last mile Mensa partners who do the delivery onto the platform. So this is going to enable much better speed for the customers. So this is going to be the first and critical aspect, selection and speed. The second part is going to be on the categories. The beauty and personal care, kids and home categories are going to play a huge role. But in the second half, the ethnic category and the Gen Z focused Western wear selection is going to again play a massive role. So this is the second part with respect to the category strategy that we have. From the technology perspective and from the new age consumer perspective, the influencer-led commerce, the Myntra Studio that we internally call it, the immersive shopping that we give for the consumers, whether it comes to image search or when it comes to virtual try-ons, is going to again play a huge role. Personalization will be playing an even bigger role. Myntra Live, which is a live stream based shopping, that is also going to be a massive one. That's again these are the bets that we're taking from the tech point of view. From the marketing point of view, this is the from at least the 3 years that I've spent here, I can't recollect. This is the onslaught of celebrities that we have on the platform, right from Hrithik to Kiara Advani to Disha Patani to Samantha to Silambarasan, alias Simbu, Vijay Devarkonda, Dulquer Salman. So you name the celebrity, like we have it for every particular geography. So that's a marketing strategy we have. And yes, like you spoke about the big fashion festival, the festive demand, that is going to be like an onslaught of demand as well, where we will have good value offers for the customers. So as part of all of this put together, I think this is the best time for consumers to come and shop on Myntra.
All right. On that note, Ayyappan, thank you very much for your time, and thank you so much for sharing your insights on the entire shopping experience and the plans forward. Thank you for being a part of the Daily Dispatch.
Well, time now to wrap up this edition of the Daily Dispatch. Thank you so much for tuning in this week. I'll catch you on Monday at 5 p.m. Goodbye and have a lovely weekend.